Well, hello world, hello everybody. So, here it is. This video is just about some things that, I'm rambling, I'm using my phone, and, things cross my mind, and I think I should put them out there in video format. They say the sign of intelligence is to picture what you're thinking of, not run text through your mind like speaking. But let's move on. Okay, these two bottles of water, they're both 1 gallon waters. Now here's the thing. This is not about the water at all. I have absolutely no problem buying either one of these wonderfully tasty waters, depending on price and availability. They are both equal in my eye. But that's not the subject of this video. The subject of this video is the bottles themselves. If there was anything, say they were same price, this and that, depending on my position and what my mindset is, what would make me choose these two bottles, one over the other, right, would be the handles. Now these are a lot tougher. You could put a pole through them. You could do, all kinds of neat, goofy things with this, heck of a handle here. One thing is a drawback, the smaller spout, right? But the one thing for that is if you're swilling off it, because it's smaller, there's a lot less chance of backwash. Okay? So I would get this if I needed them, a bunch of them, and I was thinking I would have to fill them and haul them to places, from place to place. I like these. Now, this one, they had this a while back, only like this, but they changed. And I can imagine, because this is one huge chunk of plastic. It is something else. I wonder how this compares to that. But they went smaller here, so that equalizes, I'll bet you. So I'm betting, that's trade-off, and that's probably smartly thought out. This one has got a wider thingy. What's good about it is you could put stuff in it easier. Grains, other liquids, blah, 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 that kind of thing. It's a wider thing, and that way you can get things out of it easier. But swilling on it, it's more susceptible to backwash and washing your mustache out and getting back up in there, okay? So that's that. Even the bottles, when you see the trade-off, but what I really wanted to get across is this one. If you're in a position where you think you're going to have to carry water in a situation, this is, because these come off very, very easily, but they're a lot less plastic than this. So I can see both, they're equal. But I wanted to just point out that this, boy, would be the one to, survival situation. If I was in it, I'd be looking for this as opposed to this. But having said that, here's a whole nother subject, and let's go see. La la la. This is interesting. It's worth it, people. Stick with me. And we're still keeping the jug handles in mind. I had read things about squash things, companion plants, parasites because of the garden, this and that, right? Isn't that beautiful? My mom's Swiss chard. Tomatoes, everything. Trying to grow spinach, but it ain't doing nothing. I got 1 spinach, 2 spinaches. Anyway, I had heard we have problems with white flies, is what they call them, right? And white cabbage butterflies is what they are. So I was reading about that, and it said how to naturally control this, and that, right? And in it said that if you put eggshells in your garden, on the floor of the garden, it will confuse them into thinking that there are other white butterflies there already and they need to move on. Well, I did that. Okay, there's some eggshells out there. You can see them, right? Well, let's go ahead. Okay. Then Vampy said, well, heck, those eggshells keep crumbling and they go into the mud and they're not very, residual, right? My potatoes again. She started throwing the bottle caps in. And I'm like, you know what? You got a point. And I saw, okay, let's move on. So now, back to the subject at hand. I thought, well, man, they just sit there, right? And don't do nothing. I thought and thought, and then said, oh, you know what I could do? White thing, giving the crystal geyser handle its fair shake. I could put them on ends of wires, and they can flit in the breeze and other things. Because I tell you what, that white stuff in that tape is double strong. So we're going to see. And I saw a pair of them. I would love to get a video, because right when I did it, a pair of these butterflies came in and did not like to be in this garden. And see how it works. Some I left the tape on, some I cut the little tabby tape off, some I had on strong, long wire, short wire, that kind of thing. I pegged one in the ground and on these tomato things. I would put these tomato things somewhere and put these up. Well, ain't no tomatoes. So we'll see how it works. And let me know what you think, but this is interesting. And this works. I will tell you flat out, this works. I was amazed. All right, that's it. Live by your wits, not by your worries. Peace. Bye.